Podcast.
Look, I be riding through my old hood, but I'm in my new whip. Same old attitude, but I'm on that new shit. They say they gon' ride me, see me never do shit, cause they know that's the reason they gon' end up on the news clip. Audemars on my wrist, bust down. We popping bottles like I scored a winning touchdown. Remember me dead broke, look at me up now. I run my city from NorthPhilly back to uptown.
Breaking overnight, this is the dramatic moment when the suspect surrendered in the shooting of 6 Philadelphia police officers.
It came after a tense standoff lasting more than 7 hours, marked often by gunfire breaking out.
All 6 of the officers who were shot have since been released from the hospital, while this morning we are learning more about the suspect, 34-year-old Maurice Hill, and what led him to surrender.
Back again, back again, back again.
Yo.
G-Talks Podcast, episode 4, Gwap and OG.
Yo.
So what the fuck is happening?
Yo, Gwap, you're asking me. Man, yo, some wild stuff in the city last night.
Right.
Today's episode's on the NorthPhilly Shootout, and, most of us, hopefully out there, had heard about it. By the time I found out, Gwap, it was about 4:30. They said, the shootout had just started. And what we're talking about, people, is that shootout in Nicetown, Tioga section. It was at the 3700 North 15th Street, right around in that area, between Erie, up in the Nicetown area, you know what I mean? Tioga area.
Yeah.
It got wild, It got wild, and it got wild fast.
Yeah.
From what we saw in the news, it seemed like the cops was on the scene pretty quick. They was there to serve a warrant, and then somehow, it just popped off.
He's like, nah, nigga, not today, nigga.
Not today.
Straps in the crib today,
Not
nigga.
today. You know what, man?
Right.
It just goes to reinforce some of the stuff we've been talking about, as far as, remember, flashing back to the Texas and the Ohio shooting, right?
Right.
We saw.
Let's just talk about the regional difference.
There is a regional difference, actually, and it's a good thing you brought that up too. There's a big regional difference,
Right.
because in Texas they had to bring in the National Guard and the military, basically.
Yeah.
And now you think about it, and the dude turned himself in, but he killed a lot of people, right? He killed a lot of people, and he ended up
Shot
turning
people.
himself. He shot and
public
killed people. Literally, he shot and killed public people at that.
Citizens.
In a public place.
Yeah.
So regionally, that was different than this scene. It seemed like in Ohio, what was weird, what was weird about Ohio? And this is one thing I was thinking about the Ohio shooting. Flashing back to episode 1, y'all. This is a rolling conversation here.
Right.
Talks.
Always.
This is a constant conversation, basically, in just a loop. So we can refer back to 1.
Yeah.
Or we might be in episode 12 and revert back to 2. That's just how the flow goes, wherever it takes.
Completely.
So in Ohio, the weird thing about it, though, Gwap, was that the guy who was the shooter ended up shooting his sister first. Like his sister and some other dude that rode there with him. That was like a weird thing about that situation, And I haven't given it much thought till some reason just now.
That's
like,
crazy, man.
That's mad crazy.
Yeah.
So they killed him, though, in Ohio. And that was the cops.
Yeah, knock this shit off.
Cops pulled up and handled the situation. And that's how it ended in the shooter's death. Now, in North Philly, we have a totally different situation now, because they were coming to his house, right?
Yeah.
And what ended up going wrong, they said immediately, was they were knocking on the front door, serving the warrant.
Yeah.
And they said out of nowhere came a guy with a gun.
Like, you got a warrant today, nigga.
And dude just started unloading on him. Now, luckily, because there was like, did you see the film clip where you could see the cops jumping out the front door? Literally, like crawling, jumping out of woodwork windows.
Yeah.
They were trying to get out of there. That man was unloading, man. And Gwap, you can speak on it a lot. That's the Badland areas of North Philly.
Yeah.
What some listeners might not know, and our podcast is in the tri-state area, but we dip up into New York a little.
Yeah, we be out there.
But It's been primarily in the tri-state, Jersey, Delaware, PA area. And, you know, we try to cover the news that's locally in our area as much as possible. And, you know, it's a bad situation to have to cover something that happened in your area, right? Because you don't glorify this stuff.
This is crazy.
It's like terrible stuff.
It's just really crazy because it's like, I'm starting to think like, oh, like, y'all already knew what was coming, cause like niggas in that region, they already know, man. It's block money, it's big time hustles. I ain't gonna speak on it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna put the street name out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nice town, Tioga section. We ain't gonna put that block out.
Anyone from the city knows what.
I'm from the hood. I know how shit.
Everyone
goes.
from that city knows that area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out to my young boy Red up in that area. Actually,
Right.
he's on Erie Ave.
Oh, all right. Shout out to Red. Shout out to Red.
So.
Right though.
Right. I mean, and that's a rough section of town.
Right.
And that's not really the right section of town to go to if you're the police, right?
Yeah.
With nonsense that you've seen all over the country.
Yeah.
So now we have a different regional area, you know, getting onto the regional thing.
Yeah, just continuing where what I was saying, like, them niggas, bro, it's like that's the way of life, bro, out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot of regional sections that's just like North Philadelphia. I'ma just name one. Camden, murder capital.
Yo, Camden, New Jersey.
They move, I ain't gonna say they're like, I ain't gonna start no wars, Camden and Philly wars.
No, you're just identifying an area.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But what I know from my trainer eye and what these eyes seen during this lifetime, bro, I seen motherfucking blocks that don't call the police, bro.
Right.
And you get killed if you call the police. And there's grandmothers on that motherfucking street, bro. They hold it down.
Well, you know, yo.
They hold it down.
You made a good point. Now you made a good point.
It's loyalty. It's block family.
And even to prove
that's the difference.
Yo, dig it. Go ahead.
That's the difference between Jersey and Philly. Not to do no wars.
Yeah.
See, Jersey bangs, Bloods, Crips.
Right.
There's a lot of people that bang.
It's a different game.
Philly
the same game.
is block family. You know what I'm saying? It's hood family. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say there ain't no Bloods out there. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying on my experience, running through my trail and my thought and through my eye, what I seen during my walk. It be real. It be really real. Cause you gotta like dog, bro. Them niggas ain't playing, bro. I really know. Like I got family out there, bro. I got family on, you know what I mean, 3rd and Diamond, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
All
up there.
We actually, they gonna call in a couple little minutes, and we're gonna see their viewpoint, you know.
Right. We're gonna get a viewpoint from that area.
Yeah.
If we can, we're gonna try our best.
Yeah.
Because we're just getting stuff hooked up here at G Talks. Yeah. You know, to touch on, you know. Wow, that's some good ish. To touch on even what you were saying, regional, or even in that area, whereas though, you know, the block is basically on lockdown by the people who live on it in the cities, mostly in the North Philly area. Basically, you know, that kind of showed on TV, you know, as you were watching this whole thing unfold.
Right.
You could see the crowd. You could see the crowd out there, you know, coming all together, and it was a lot. And then you can hear gunshots ringing off. Pow, 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 pow. And quite truthfully, out of the hundreds I saw there, I only saw 3 or 4 people run away when a gunshot. Everyone else was literally just standing there and literally just chilling. Like there was no problem. Kind of like they thought, well, the shooter isn't going to shoot us. He's only shooting cops. So, and
that's a great point. That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
They knew they wasn't going. They knew the beef wasn't with them.
Right.
And they knew it was entertaining. Cause, you know, as a hood and as a foundation, they probably can't stand them motherfuckers.
Well,
honestly, they deal with them every day.
Well, we could touch on. We're gonna touch on the second segment
right
there. That what you just said.
You know what I mean? It's deep. It's all boundaries, bro. As a whole, as a foundation. You know what I'm saying? That's how you gotta look at it, bro. And I'm gonna just touch this topic too, bro. Like on the not to go back on the sectional region. Like the shit that happened in Texas, bro, and the shit that happened in Philly, bro. I'ma keep it G, bro. I'ma keep it all the way 100, bro. They didn't make that shit national. I mean, it went to CNN. You know what I'm saying? It went to big top news is, but at the same time, bro, you gotta think about it like this, bro. There was no National Guards there. There was only police.
There wasn't any in Philly, and that was a long standout. There was,
Right.
you know, that's a good point, Gwap. There was enough time. Like, this guy held up the cops for probably about 4 to 6 hours. I'm not
Right.
quite sure on the time, but I know he turned, you know, it happened somewhere before 12 last night.
Yeah.
Probably about, what, 6, 7, 8 hours. You know, he had those cops frozen. In fact, there was 2 cops inside the house with him that were in hidden rooms whispering. They didn't want to move. They didn't want to move and give up their location. So, you know, thinking about the situation and what you just said, that makes sense.
Right.
That makes sense.
It do. It do. Like, you just gotta think about it, man. Like, in the hood, man, that type of shit really happen all the time. Shootouts. They kill cops. Philly is known for killing cops.
But you don't see the National Guard
not at all. And that's not gonna happen.
You
bro.
didn't see that. They had
That's not
enough
gonna
time to
happen.
respond though. There was 8 hours going by now. Within an hour, they had the National Guard and everyone and their mom down in Texas.
Right. I'm honestly,
Right.
from the rumors I hear about Philly police, I'm honestly astonished that he didn't get his ass whooped.
Yo, you don't know.
On the mugshot. I was waiting for it to ass whoop.
Yo.
Look.
Yo, and I could refer back to the 80s when, and we could refer back to a lot of things in Philadelphia with the police, but
Yeah.
I remember the Move complex, whereas though, you know, these people were living in these houses on Osage Avenue, out southwest West Philly on the edge, Cobbs Creek Parkway, and they basically bombed the house. There was a shootout, and that shootout lasted days and days and days.
Oh, when they bombed Philly, back in the day.
Move, correct.
Right.
They bombed that and almost burned down the whole block, actually. The whole block got rebuilt afterwards. Damn. But that was a shootout that had lasted days. So at the same time, comparing it to yesterday and what happened with Maurice Hill, big difference. You know, they kind of handled it pretty good and got him out of there. And you know what?
Right.
You know, all things aside, no one got killed. No one got killed.
Injured. I did see a cop with his hand bleeding, running back.
A couple of them was hurt, you know, and nothing for nothing.
Got hit in the hand.
I'm not gonna knock the police or raise them up either, because I feel as though there's a lot of bad cops out there, and you know, sometimes one apple can spoil the whole bunch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's an old saying, and you know, so, and I also feel like, well, we'll touch on it in the second half, even about, you know, the police in the second.
And these are opinionated, you know, statements.
Right, all opinion, all
this
opinion.
This is not facts. This is just how we feel.
Well, there's facts in here, but we're giving you our opinions.
We're just giving you opinion
on the facts. That's all.
Yeah.
We're giving you our opinions on the facts that are given to us. Because remember, people, you have to be aware that even that you're getting the right information nowadays.
Yeah, because at G Talks podcast, man, we keep it real. We keep it all the way 100.
That's right.
All you know what I mean? All authentic. That's how we come. Because at the end of the day, man, like, you got to think about it, man. Like, people don't be keeping it real nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
No, they don't.
At all. And you see what's happening in this world. I'm going to keep it real. I feel like it's going to be a nationwide spark.
Well,
it could go left or go right
Because
now.
I was getting ready to say,
Right now.
you said no one's keeping it real. Maurice Hill kept it real yesterday.
Yeah,
They knocked
I'm
on
gonna
his
keep it
door.
real.
He kept it real.
People want to talk shit.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen. We need more people. No disrespect to that police force, but we need more people like Maurice Hill.
In a good sense or a bad sense? Because we can debate that.
We can debate that. We can debate that. But I'm talking about the ethnicity, that energy. That energy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to keep it real, bro. There's only change. There's only time changes happen, bro. It's through war, bloodshed, bro. And there was blood on this country, bro. And I'm going to keep it real like this, bro. Like, all this police brutality. I'm not telling our people to go out and shoot the police station up. But at the same time, bro, it's better to get caught with it than without it.
Yo, you know what?
Nowadays.
I just had an eerie feeling and a flashback to that picture of Malcolm X peeking out the window holding an assault rifle.
Right.
Is that the times we've come to? You know what, people? We're going to answer that and talk about it a little more after this commercial. You know, this is G Talks. You know how we do, coming back for the second segment. In a minute, hold tight.
Shit, I be stuck on my block till I die if I fuck with you niggas and dick ride. I done fucked all of them bitches, ain't wanna be with them, and that's when they switch sides. Coming with bars and rhythm, you gotta get with it, I'm telling you it's time. Damn, my YSO's hurt, ain't give me a 10, while I get that size 9. Dog, I got a little name and got me some fame, but still I be outside. She talking about she want hang, I sent her to Addy, she said she outside. Y'all know I went through that pain, fell out with friends, I know it won't be the same. Niggas, they know where I hang, Vernon and Temple. Slide through, get with me. Black and white book, started writing with my pencil. I'm the nicest, I'm official. I'm with some crooks, they don't wanna be in pictures, they just waiting for an issue. Why would I lie? Bitches smirking when I enter. Every day I'm working, I'ma get it. Come on. I'll grab some off-white shit, the logo was magenta. Been in LA, 101 bent it. I'm in a Bentley. I'm in the hills and I'm eating breakfast, grits and shrimp. It's grits and shrimp. Orange, you simply really don't matter as long as you with me. Really don't matter. So people don't get me. I could care less cause I'm rocking with niggas who with me. Come on. I came up in Philly, it was so gritty. All of that filthy shit built me. I came up in Philly so gritty, yo. Them times was pitiful.
Podcast.
Back again. Again. G Talks Podcast, episode 4, man. Yo, man. Yo, I respect that bar Corey just said, man. He said, I came up from Philly, man.
Yeah, man.
I came up from Philly, man.
Yeah, that's some Philly shit, man.
A lot of, ain't nothing like Philly, man.
Nah, there ain't.
I've been a lot of places, man. Ain't nothing like Philly.
It's home. It's home. You know what? Speaking from where we left off, right? Because we're talking about where the world's going. Let's talk about guns, street violence, and the police, if we can, all in the same notion, because they're all linked, right?
Yeah.
Like my man Maurice Hill yesterday.
They all compliment each other. In a way.
Hand in hand, right?
Yeah.
They're kissing cousins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're kissing cousins. And Maurice Hill, if you think about it, wasn't supposed to have any guns. He actually was a felon.
Right.
So how do the gun laws protect normal people then at all when someone can illegally get enough guns to clap back at the whole, North precincts, basically? You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make any sense, does it?
No, not at all.
What do you think about that, Gwap? From your age, what do you think about that? I mean, yeah, it's better to be caught with it than without it. But what's the impact that does on the street? You know what I mean? Someone running around with a gun. What's their mindset in the hood?
Well, everybody has a gun. Down to the bitches you fucking with in Philly.
Oh, shit.
Down to the dates you're on. 9 times out of 10, that female has a little pistol in her purse.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
That's
just how it is. It's hand in hand. It's the way of life. It's the way of life.
That's the world
actually.
we live in. Then that's the world we live in. So then basically,
it's better to get killed. I mean, it's better. I'm sorry. Rephrase. Mind fart. It's better to get caught with it than get killed.
Without it.
Yeah. That's the words of Snoop.
No, that's real shit, and from a real person, by the way.
Coming from an area that's rough. Mm-hmm. I'm not talking about former Bob. I want to buy a gun and be in the suburbs.
Right.
Ass niggas.
Correct.
I'm talking about you go to the store, you don't know if you're gonna make it home.
Yeah, and that's
your
some wild
family.
shit. Like you said, Camden's like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not only North Philly, but Camden. Yeah. Baltimore. I mean, we could go on to all the major cities.
Yeah. It ain't where you from at the end of the day. It's where you're at.
That's where you're at. What you got
where
in your
you
pocket.
at. There's hoods everywhere.
Correct. Just like
so I don't want to hear
not what you know, it's who you know.
I don't want to hear that hood better than this hood better than that, because I heard it all my life.
Yeah, I heard that my whole life.
I heard the wars all my life. So I'm going to cut that generational curse.
That is a generational curse because people fighting over territory is pointless.
Yeah.
Because we're all really the same. It's just that our styles are different compared to the region that we're in.
Well, you know what's the fucked up thing about it? You know what somebody taught me, but they taught me the wrong way, but it's the way of life.
Right.
What they said was a wrong mind frame, but it is the way of life. When you're hustling, you have to be territorial.
When it comes to money.
When it comes to fucking money.
Yeah. You
have to be territorial. Now, why I'm saying this is because what happened on that day? Narcotics, Warren.
Well, he was a drug dealer. Yeah,
he was a fucking drug dealer.
He was a drug dealer.
He was a drug dealer.
And people on the block knew that shit.
I don't know his status.
Yeah.
We're going to find out later on.
Oh, we will. It's all
We're going to find out.
He hasn't been charged yet, by the way.
Because we're going to ask the people. We're going to try to make that work out for y'all.
Correct. Right now it's August 15th, Thursday. He hasn't been charged yet as of 12 o'clock today. So, and you know he's going to have a lot of charges. You know what I mean? And I could have just imagined that the cops really wanted to beat his ass or kill him. But they couldn't.
Even if they wanted to, bro. This is the thing, bro. This is the thing about the whole situation. The cops knew what the fuck it was. They knew what the fuck it was, and they knew how to get him out. Because guess what? He ain't going to make that block hot all year round.
Nah.
You will get whacked.
What's
fucking money up.
You ain't lying.
It's two scenarios you got to take, homie. In Philadelphia.
In that area.
In that area. Now, the cops knew what they was doing. They knew somebody was going to G-check.
Well,
just think about it. Being there, shooting out with motherfuckers and saying, no, I'm going to die in this bitch.
Well, shit.
Just think about it. Just think about the friends that was calling them. The homies.
Yo, he was on Facebook Live, too.
Oh, yeah?
He was on Facebook Live shooting at the cops and recording.
Oh, all right. We're going to pull it up in a minute.
Well, we're going to pull it up and try to put it on our comments. We're going to put videos on the comments of this broadcast.
And you
people,
can check
so
that
stay
link.
tuned for that.
You can check that link in the description.
And check the link in the description. Yeah, because you're going to see some stuff. We're going to start adding a couple new dimensions to G Talks podcast in our, ultimate goal to give you the most in
but let me just
podcast entertainment.
Let me just paraphrase. Not to cut you off.
Nope.
Sorry about that. Just imagine the people that was blowing his phone up doing that shit. Like, yo, Holmes. What you doing, Holmes?
Like, yo, man.
Yo, Reese.
Yo, Reese. What's up, man?
Reese Peace. Cutting them pieces, man.
Yo. Big Reese. What you doing, man?
Yo, man.
What you up to, man? The cops gonna bust you, dude. Like
nothing for nothing. Just last paraphrase. Nothing for nothing, man. You gotta just think about it. The cops knew what the fuck they was doing. They pulled up deep. Well, it wasn't right. They pulled the whole force in that section.
I feel as though they didn't pull that deep. I feel like they pulled with the normal narcotics raid deep, right? Which you know they didn't come about.
Well, I'm saying,
once the shots started ringing off, those shots, the boy kept shooting all night, and he was letting them know, don't come down the block. What was crazy about the whole scene was, and we didn't touch on it, but the infamous, there was a person who showed up last night, a famous hood person. Now, everyone in Philadelphia.
I was told by anonymous.
Yo, bro, all people in Philadelphia knows the Candy Lady.
Right.
The Candy Lady was there in the crowd.
I see that. Candy Lady had the fucking shit on her head.
She had, now listen, everyone, the Candy Lady shows up at all the big clubs out in Philly when people are standing in line.
Right.
She'll walk down selling candy, right? And then she's everywhere. So if you're from Philly and you check out the Candy Lady on social media, you'll know what I'm talking about. And most people from Philly know what I'm talking about. Yeah. She had on a headdress last night in the crowd with candy on top, selling her candy wares in the crowd.
I was geeking the fuck up. Like, yo, bro, I was geeking the fuck
and
up.
And the people laughing and I was dancing. Yo.
I was like, yeah, man, I need a Snickers. I was thinking about it. I was like, damn, man.
Think about it.
I do got the sweet.
Yo, is this the time? Yo, listen, I know we're in the middle of the shootout right now, but can I get let me get 2 Reese cups, man, and a Kit Kat, Holmes. I'll pay you Monday. All right, I'm a little short today. In fact, let me get a couple bucks for them young girls. Get to you, man.
Ma, let me get that.
Yeah. So, you know what? Yeah, the Candy Lady showed up. That blew my mind. Then I knew, you know what?
I was like,
we're there. We're in Philly because the Candy Lady showed up. And
She
wasn't
didn't even had the regular shit on. She had it on her head.
yo, she had it on her head. Like, she was just serving. Like, yo, what you need, baby? What you need? A Reese cup?
Like,
I got you. I got you.
Like we was back home at the promised land and shit.
Like we was at the movie theater. Look, they're providing entertainment. You know what I mean? That's her hustle, man. I can't knock her out.
Nah, I respect her, man.
Yeah, I respect her.
And trust, man. Her business is booming right now. She knew what the fuck she went. She went enterprise, my name. She went corporal,
We
man.
gotta put the picture of her up on our website. The candy of Philly.
Yo, I got a feeling she ain't gonna sell no more candy. She about to go gourmet with the candy now.
Well, she probably stepped the game up. You know what I mean?
Not to cut the point, man. This is fucking.
Nah, there's some real shit.
But the shooting, man. The fucking shooting, man.
Was crazy.
Was fucking crazy.
And it tells me, right, Gwap, that the society we live in right now is armed. And the society we live in right now
But tell me this.
is getting sick of this
What would
bullshit.
you tell you? I mean, I'm just saying, man. To raise a child around that area, man,
It's tough.
rough. It's tough and rough. And you gotta grow up eating bolts and nails and screws for your cereal in the morning.
Damn. How do you
heard me? You gotta be gutted with it.
You gotta be gutted.
Can't be soft.
You gotta be thick-skinned to grow up in North
That's
Philly.
what I mean, man.
Everyone coming, when people say, I'm from North Philly, right? You already know they done been through some shit. They done been through some shit. That's why you saw people right there in gunshot range,
Right.
dancing in the street, because they knew
It
it's the
wasn't
hood.
for them.
He wasn't killing black people. He was shooting them fucking cops.
Yo,
And
it
I'm
was
not-
litty
yo,
though.
And I'm not
It was
telling you,
litty.
listen, I'm not telling you that to go shoot cops. No, in no form or fashion.
Nah, man.
No form or fashion. Listen, there always has to be a checks and balance. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And I believe
right,
that
right.
if the police force is doing the right thing and
Because
protecting
we need
and
to keep our
serving
numbers
people,
at the end of the day, people.
Right.
We need to keep our numbers, man. We stronger together than than going to the fucking fire.
and trust me, your voice
Running to the fucking
is
fire.
stronger than you think.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Your voice is much
But
stronger
I'm
than
just
you
speaking
think.
to the youngins too. I don't want them to think that, you know what I mean? I'm gonna grab a pistol, I'm gonna grab a gun, and I'm gonna knock a cop's head off that's fucking with me and annoying me.
Right.
I'm not saying to do that, youngin.
Nah.
When I'm saying like this, man, and I'm gonna just tell y'all like this, man. I'm not saying get in a situation,
Right.
but wake the fuck up.
You have to wake up.
Wake the fuck up.
Right.
You see what the fuck's going on right now, man? Like I said, it could go left or right, man.
Right
it could
now.
be a civil war.
And big up, O talked about it
Yeah,
in volume 1. Episode 1, he talked about it. You know, when is enough? And you know, the people can only answer that question. Because we could sit here until we're blue in the face trying to figure out, you know, when is
Like you said, every hood could rise up, and it could be a spark. That's all it is. It's a spark. Bang, bang,
Gasoline
bang, bang,
only
bang,
needs
bang,
a
bang,
little
bang,
spark.
bang, boom.
It only needs a little spark. Because there's a lot of gasoline
Because you know
fumes
why?
blowing all over
The
America.
first 48's laws of power. Never isolate yourself, and we're isolated in this country. We're isolated.
Well,
in these
yo.
walls. In these walls. You don't want to have a civil war in this bitch. Because it's not going to be nothing.
No, they'd rather deploy another
Exactly.
tactic of wars, which is divide and conquer. You feel me? See, because the only way you beat a great nation is to beat it from within.
And I'm not
You know what I
saying,
mean?
I'm not saying, I'm going to keep it real. I'm not saying turn your left cheek, turn your right cheek, spray me down with the hose, let's stop the violence, cops. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that works either.
No.
Because
Has it worked till
it
now?
hasn't worked till now.
Because it's fading back again all of a sudden.
I mean, let's check our facts through centuries in society and what happened in civilization.
So there's a history. The thing is,
Blood on blood works for a reason.
right. And you know what? There's a history on it, and we could sit here
And debate
for
and
hours
talk
and hours and hours. But the bottom line is, we have to come to a solution, people. And I'm going to tell you what. Now that we're coming to the closing here, I'm just going to close with, and Gwap's going to close with his. I'm just going to tell you, people, guns isn't the answer, right? And we still need to sit down and talk about this in open forum where we can communicate and say what the fuck's on our mind and get to a solution. Gwap.
And also, man, just Just all peace and love, family. I just want to let you know, man, hit that subscribe button, hit that red button,
hit it,
so you can get the alerts on the everyday advantage, man, on G Talks podcast every time we drop an episode.
Yo, for real,
and
for
peace
real,
and love, family.
for real. Remember, people, if you ain't keeping it real, you ain't shit.
Straight like that.
G-Talk Podcast.
I put my foot on the gas, take off. I cannot let these boys pass me. Make a move and the scene go get nasty. He get jammed since he wanna be flashy. Keep a shooter on deck till he blasting. So you already know he gon' blast him. Mario bro smashing. He get hit with that Glock if he backing. I hit that shit, hold the neck. A chest shot to break out his back. Smoking dope in the back of the back. Got a Glock with a tech round the neck. There's no warnings, he talk, he get stretched. I don't like when they talk out their neck. If we coming correct. No, if we coming with straps. Facts. Bro throwing bullets, he getting you picked off. Receive the pack like we just got the kickoff. Shout out to Yola, no Clifford, that's big dog. Won't fuck your bitch cause she don't get my dick off. Quick to spin right down your block. No man to throw couple shots. Hit him up, ain't talking to pop. Lift him up, yes you can get rocked. I'll do my dance on that hoe. Throwing ones while she dance on the pole. I hit that shit on the low.